Hello everyone, I know I normally don't do this, I don't usually do HoH videos because I think they are very, let's call them subjective. Everybody has different monsters, different runes, different towers even, everything factors in. But since a lot of you have had trouble with this HoH from what I see on Reddit and stuff, I'm just gonna share a few tips. I've seen a lot of them across Reddit as well, and in my stream last night, people hit on those factors. So I'm going to, put them all together into a sort of, compendium. I know it's a bit late; it's Saturday, but it's in a sort of compendium of what you can do to make this HoH a bit easier. So, first things first. Do use Brienne. Do not be disheartened by the Tanyas and all that shit. But as you see, use Theo. Theo has been a blessing for me, especially because my DPS is wind. I've been struggling, like the team you see for the most part has been my staple HoH team. It's just that 5th slot changes most of the time. This time it's Theo, other time it's Charlotte. It's been Vela. I've tried a lot of stuff. But Theo has been working really well in this HoH for me because it's water and it absorbs a lot of stuff, because of Endure, because he has good single target, because he has a second defense break, because of dots. Like, he's just so good for this HoH, even though I usually don't like him because he doesn't have AoE. But in this case, I think since a lot of you have Theo, you should not shy away from using him. Galleon is not a prerequisite, especially if you're using Sassoon. You can definitely use something like Bella. Instead of Tesher, you could use Sig. You can use other AoEs like Charlotte if you have her, Rika, whatever works. The Tesher is there just because he's AoE. Yes, he's the best AoE because it's reloadable, but in this case it's not that reloadable because a lot of the time it hits fire units and it just gets fizzled. So yeah, any AoE works. I've tried this team with Sig, I've tried it with Charlotte, all of them work. None as fast as Tesher. This team has gotten 230 runs a lot of the time. It's gotten a 225 run as well. In general, it's decently fast. It's not as fast as other teams have been for me, but it's definitely very good. And yeah, this is a short video to use Theo, use AoE, use Sassoon if you have her. Yeah, see 227 run. Brienne is not a necessity. My Keen is very good for this HoH because of the CC factor and the glancing, and if you have a Despair, the stun factor with a second, also an extra healer. So yeah, overall, this is an HoH that has received a lot of criticism because it's supposedly hard. It's not that hard, it's just very different. It does have some hard stages, primarily I think the light, the Tanya obviously, and the light one is actually a bit hard. The light Neostones, because if RNG happens and they target your squishy and then they silence your whole team, I can see some teams that could. I can see how some teams could lose off that. If you can't, none of your monsters can heal and stuff, you don't have immunity or something. But yeah, overall, it's not that hard, a HoH. Remember, I saw that in the Jubagel video, for example. All credit to him, and I'm going to repeat his warning. Remember that HoH is like even more endgame content than raids. HoH is harder than raids most of the time, and it should be that way. You're essentially farming things that you should only be able to get with, mystical scrolls and stuff. It's something very hard, should be hard. B3 is super hard. B2 is pretty hard as well, but B2 I am convinced that with the right comp, most of you guys can do it if you're past mid-game. Don't be disheartened if you fail a bit. Anything above 80-85% success rate is decent at B2. Anything is better than B1 because of that chance to not get anything that you have in B1. Yeah, that's about it for this short video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this helped even a little bit. Good luck on your farming, and I hope you also have max Stellas really soon.